Hi guys. Okay, here we go. Finally, the day's finally arrived. We get to cut these up and put them on some really fun things. Okay, so for starters, this little piece is driving me nuts. So let's just cut this right in here. Okay, I went ahead and finished doing the little French knots on the rest of the little guys. So they're all done. And finish this up beforehand. So we're going to cut up both of these. The first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to cut up the paper. Okay, you can cut just like so, or with heirloom I'm going to tear. Okay, so I'm going to move the fabric out of the way, and we're just going to tear these really fast. Pretty much all of heirloom is torn and ripped. That's how I chose to do the design on the heirloom for the book. But it's your choice, so that's why I wanted to show you both. But you can just use scissors, right, and cut straight up across. This way they'll just be in a little stack. We can grab them and apply them. And I'm going right in that little space that we left. Remember, we left the space in between each one. And that's what it's for. Because once you rip it up or cut it up or whatever you're going to do, they're like a little square. Now, these are done being tore up, but I can also take, let's say this one, right? And I can actually go in and cut around it so that you only see what we created, the collage part. You can also do it this way. Okay. Just like that. Or you can just have your little square. It's whatever you want to do, depending on what you're going to put it on. Okay? And remember, once these are on the piece, then you can put the little decorations as well on them. Once you've applied it to your piece to know what you want to do. So we'll put this little stack here and have it ready. And that's done. This way the fabric is right here for us to cut up. I would suggest fabric scissors. I didn't want to dig them out. So I'm just going to use regular scissors right here because that'll work as well. But fabric scissors, you know, cut really easy. Also, if you have a fabric roller, you know, a roller cutter, you can just roll through it and cut it, which makes it really simple as well. I have both, but they are, I think, I have a roller right here. I have a roller right here, so let's see when we get to a spot if I can actually roll through it. Okay, but my fabric scissors are back there. So, oh, here goes the camera again. So sorry. Of course, I didn't get it yet. There you go. Okay, so what you need for this project are the two glues, right? because of the weight of the fabric, we want the fabric tack on the fabric underneath. But for the paper and some of the light fabric, we can use a glitter glue. Fabric gives you leniency to move it around and adjust it as well. They're both bonding. Glitter glue puts it on quick and dries very quickly. Okay? So let me take this off and let it trickle down into the glue stand upside down and have that ready. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got a purse. Okay. We have a sack that has a design on it. It's a glassine bag. We have a glassine little envelope that is, it's like sort of pink stained. And then we have another little tiny envelope, glassine bag. Okay. And then we have this little guy. As well. And you can do it this way, or you can do it this way, depending on if you want a little button or rose up on top here. And then a little mini, because I need some minis. And I make these, okay? There's a video, literally on RPS, Facebook page, and YouTube that teaches you how to make these glassine bags. They're super easy, super fun, all the way down to this size. A little even smaller, just in case you wanted to know how to make these. They're very simple, and there's a full video on those as well. And then I have this little sack and a belly band and a coffee filter. And this coffee filter is going to literally wrap around a page like this way. And it's got a pocket, right? Because the coffee filter has a pocket. It's a pocket. We're going to decorate this guy. And then we have a file card. Okay. And we have some tucks. So there's 3 tucks. And then we have a hidden paper clip, a tag, a pink wash stain tag. We have a flip open envelope that I'm going to use as a page layout. And we have a disc envelope. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. So let's do the purse first. And I want this to have a fabric piece on it. Okay, so I'm going to cut up right through here a few of them. See how easy it's cutting? And if this happens, you still can put it on, okay? Just to let you know that. Let's start with this little pile. This is a good little pile, right? Okay. I want something small on here. Something little, just for the front. So I'm just going to kind of mess with it around and see what it looks like. And I'm kind of liking this one. Do I want littler? This one. Okay. See, this is too big. It covers the whole purse. You won't be able to see it. I'm really liking this one for it. It's really cute. Okay. This is a little dangle tag that goes with it. Like that. So let's go ahead and glue this one on it. Do I want it this way? Do I want it this way? Kind of liking it like that. So let's go ahead and put that on it. Wipe my nose off. A little dab will do it. That's all we need. I want it just like this. Just like that. And you're finished. That's it. It's ready to go. Set it aside. Next, we want the envelope. So this is going to be a page layout. This is going to be glued to the back. I want this part and this part to open up. But notice that it's upside down that way, so we've got to make sure it's this way. Always check your inside angles as well. You know, the way it's laid out. So it'll be on a page like so, okay? Just like that. And I'll do a bunch of goodies inside here. So for the page layout, I want this covered. So, how about that? Or that. Well, there it goes. And I'm going to trim just this a little bit because I cut it like at an angle. So I'm just going to fix it. Make sure this is how I want it. I want this piece not to show right here. So I'll trim the tie-back underneath. There's a little bit of tie-back I can see right here, so I'll trim that off. Okay. And it's going to go right on top. I'm going to make it to where it hangs off a little bit. It can even go like this. Okay? So it literally hangs off. Come on. Okay, so it goes like this. I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom. And I'm going to fix it on top the way I want it. I'm going to add a little bit right here. Okay, and then it opens and closes. I wonder if I should poke that hole with this pin. I can open up the pin, right? And poke this hole straight through the inside. Because I'm going to be doing stuff on the inside, right? You have to pinch it. That's why it takes me a minute. Stuck my finger. There you go. There's that one. You have it this way, or this way. I can put it on the page and do this. You see how it's running? That's why I'm going to do it this way. But if I cover this up inside, because I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, I can also have it this way, to where it lifts up on the page. Like so. There's number 2. And then we have the hidden paper clip. Okay, so hidden paper clip is, do I want, let's go ahead and put the paper clip on, which is on the first long strip, right? Just like that. Then I'm going to do extra glue on the paper clip, just around the paper clip, and then bring it through where the piece is. A little bit more glue. Whoops, sorry. Then I'm going to put this on it. And that hides the paper clip, right? That's how easy the hidden paper clip is. Just like that. I'm going to bring it up just a tad, because I don't want the paper clip to stick out. And now I made it crooked. Let me fix it. Just like that. See, that's why there's flexibility in the Fabri-Tac to do that with. Okay? And I don't want to cover this up, I want to cover this up. So, I can have a little strip, like so. A littler strip, like so. A longer strip. I like this one. I see a little bit, this is too long for me, so I'm going to trim that. And then I see a little bit of tie-back from cutting, so I'm going to come in behind it and cut that off. And add the little, like so. Let's go ahead and add this one. Okay. And it's seriously that simple. That's what makes these so great. Okay, so when I go to do like the hidden paper clip to use it, right, in between these two pages, it clips on. Just like so. Okay, and let me glue the back. I'm just going to put a little piece of glue to glue the back part of it. And there you go. Take it, slide it in, and there you go. It's a paper clip. These make really cute pocket fillers too, to where you slide it in the pocket and stick the front part out. And it's paper clipped into the pocket, hanging out. You'll see in Heirloom. You'll see in the book when I do it. I'll show it. But there's that one. Okay. Let's do a tuck. Let's do this tuck. I want to put like a little tiny piece on here because I want to put like a little word on this little tuck. And see how the piece came off when I cut it? So I'm going to glue that on as well. Okay? So it just needs a little tiny, little itty bitty tiny piece on here, just to make it really cute and adorable. So we're going to glue that little piece on, and then we're going to glue this little piece on because I like it. And there's this little extra, remember, that I cut off? I'm going to put this on there as well because I'm all about the scraps, man. So let's stick this lace out a little bit that we cut off, and then add this little piece as well. And I'm going to do a little tiny tuck piece of glue under here. And then I want this little word, so I can either put like a metal piece of word, right, with the little metal guy on it, or I can brad a charm onto it, like so. Put a little brad there. And I want to do this. It says I love you on it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the bottom of this. Just a little dab. I'm going to do it like at an angle. And then I'll come over here and get a little brad. And let's do a little rose. Do we do a rose or do we do a pearl? That's not a pearl. This is a pearl. I'm going to take my poke a little hole there. I gotta get it close to me, sorry. I'm gonna get it close to me and poke a hole in it. I don't want to use my hole puncher because it's too big. It'll be too big of a hole. Okay. So I punched a little hole in it. Remember, this is a tuck. Do we use the little rose? Screw it in there. Come on, you can get in there. Get in there. I might need to use a smaller. Trying to make the hole bigger. Do we want the little rose? Or do we want the little pearl? We want the little pearl. So let me try punching this through. One second. Let me see. There it goes. Okay, so this piece I need to cut off. Okay, so one fit through the hole. Okay, just like that. So I'm going to take and clip this part off. Get my little clippers. And I'll just clip the extra one off, because sometimes when you do tiny little guys, you can't get the other one through. You only need the one because you're using it for... You can actually clip off both of them and just use the metal part, but I want the rusty in it, so I could have just added a pearl as well. But I want the rusty, so that's what we're going to do. And there it is. Okay, I'm going to add a little glue. Add a little glue to it. Bring it back up to me so I can stick it in there, and I'll bring it and show you. Here we go. Throw that away because I can't really do anything with it. And there it is, the little pearl. Okay, there's a little one. Get this scrapped away. Okay, next we're going to do the file card. I want this frame on it, definitely. I want this little frame right here. So there's two things you can do. You can place the frame right on it like so and not glue the top and slide something in, or you can use a riser and rise the frame to slide in, and just do your risers down here so you can slide a piece in. I'm going to do a half glue piece on it, and I'm going to use my glitter glue. Okay, and I'm just going to come right down here because I don't know what I'm going to put in it, so I'm kind of using it as a tuck insert as well, right? So I just went just like that, and I'm going to bring it up here like so, and it's still open because I'll glue this later or leave it open once I fill whatever I want to fill in it. And then I want a design on it. I want to put a design in the corner of it. But which one do I want? I don't want that one. This is way too big, right? Or is it? I don't think it is. I think it looks really cute. I think this is perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and not touch this, but I'm going to glue. See how it lays like this, right? Because I want it sticking off a little bit. And I'm just going to do the bottom down here and glue it. This way it's covering it, but it's not glued on so that I can't put anything in it. And I'm going to go just like that. Press down. And then I'm going to add a little bit right here. Since I'm using Tyvek, I can also use this for the light ends of it. You know, where I just wanted to seal it down a corner or something. And then I can still tuck in what I want inside. See that? I'll be able to tuck in whatever I want inside. There's a file card. Okay. Okay, next we'll do filter, because I really want fabric on the filter. So I have these penned, the same thing. Or with this guy, do I want to glue this down? Okay, glue this down on it and use a cut piece like so. Do I want to use a cut piece for the inside? Okay, so you can see the frame, but we have a piece that sits in the inside of it and hangs out of it. And I want to do this. Okay, for this side. So for this side, I'm going to glue this down. You know the inside pages that you have that are shorter, you know, that you use as like little folds on the inside of like textured paper or whatever? That's what this is going to be glued to, like an inside flip paper, right? It's going to, like the inside flip paper is like this small on the inside, right? Or like this small on the inside. It's going to go like this. Just like that on the inside, on the outside of the page, but it flips like this. That's how this is going to be. And it's just a coffee filter that's been stained, but it makes a double pocket when you do that. Okay, so I have my frame, and now I want to put this in the center. So I'm just going to add a little bit. And I want this to make sure it comes off of the side. So center the flower, but bring the leaves where it's climbing up the side of the frame. And I'll turn it to where I like it, just like that. Just like that. Okay. And then on this side, I want to be able to tuck something in this one. And I want the frame hanging out a little bit. So I'm going to do just this line right here. I'm going to show you why. And I have it hanging, covering the other one that sticks out. And it's glued just on this side. Right? So I can tuck a whole piece in it. Just like so. Tucking a whole piece in it. See that? That's where you can use one of your paper ones. It's for little tucks. So you remember that one we cut up? See this? It slides right in there. Just like that. And I don't want to glue it because I want to be able to take it out and tuck whatever I want. But this fits really cute and perfectly. So we're going to use this one. Now, since I did this, now I know I need a smaller one, right? So I need something down here that goes to the corner of it. Just like that. We can do it sideways. You can do it to match up with the angle of whatever it is. But I want to bring it, I want to show a little bit of the filter. Make sure the honey's still showing. Right? And then glue just like that. I can also do it upside down. Like so. I can do it like this and then just trim that little piece off so the honey shows. But I like it this way. So we're going to do it that way. So I'm just going to glue down here a little circle. And I want it coming off the corner. But I want my honey to show. And my honey's got to make sure my honey shows. Okay? Now that I've done that, I can go back at the edge. See the tie-dye right there on the edge? I can pull this up and do a little bit of glitter glue right there and seal down the tie-dye on the bottom. And there's the other side. So we have the book page, right? Or whatever. And it's like this on the page, glued under here. This is the pocket right here, okay? And then when you flip it, this is the other side with the pocket. That's a coffee filter. How fun is that? I'll put a word down here. Okay. So we use 2 on this one. There's coffee filter. Okay, next, let's do the sack, because this looks really fun. Okay. I want this side up, right? But I want to make a pocket. So I'm going to fold it up. Just like so. See that? I can make a tuck out of it and do this. Just a little tuck. Or I can bring it up straight and make a pocket. I want the pocket. So I'm going to fold this. And I'm going to do the edges right here. I'll show you something really neat. Hold on. Okay, that's the pocket. So, right, there's the pocket. Now we need to decorate this piece. And I would love to have it fully covered, but we have some to do, so I can't really fully cover it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this little piece off right here. And I'm going to put it just like this. Okay, now I'm just going to glue the center, because what if I want to do some fraying or cheesecloth sticking out? Then I'll still have the corners open to do later. Have a little cheesecloth sticking out of it. And that's what I prefer to do. So I'm just going to just put the glue in the center. So I can add some cheesecloth sticking out down the road here. You know, like right up in here. It'll stick out and cover a little bit more, make it a little bit more shabby. Okay? And I still have all this to design. So I could even take one of these again, right? And trim it out and center it. Or I can just do something on top of here. Right? I can just add a strip of fabric on top of here so that when you tuck, it doesn't cover anything up. So when you actually stick in there, it doesn't cover anything up, and you have a strip of fabric up here. You can use another piece of this if you want, depending on how many you have, right? Because look how cute that would be. Be so cute. Okay? But we don't have enough for all these little pieces, so I get to play with this more later. But look what else I have. Look what else I have. I have an envelope tuck. this literally opens up and I can tuck an envelope under here as well. So like if I had this little envelope right here, right? This is an envelope, see? Let me fold it. Try to get it on the line. I can take a little envelope or whatever and tuck it in there when I put it on the page. So we got a bottom tuck here, the secret bottom tuck there. Okay, so that one's done. Oops, not that. Okay. And then we want to do the belly band, because the belly band I want fabric on. Now, I have another frame up here, but I'm going to use cheesecloth around this one. So I'm going to keep this stapled, I mean not stapled, but paper clipped up here for later. And I'm going to leave this highlighted so it highlights this, but I'm going to stick cheesecloth around it. So I need something here. Okay, so do I do a cameo and a little pocket down here? Do I cut another little piece off? Yes, I love this. So let's cut this little piece off. And I want the tie back gone on this one. And let's do some glue. I think I want it right about there. Just like that. So, another little circle. And I'm just going to do the circle in case I want cheesecloth down the road behind it. And on it goes. And there's the belly band. I still have the option to put a pocket here or something else right here, and cheesecloth is going to go around the frame to frame this little guy in. There's the belly band. Okay, and then we have, let me see, we have one, keep that, we don't throw that away. We have about three, I'm going to say 3 good ones left. Okay, keep that too. We got these 3 left. So, I definitely want this one done. And this is just a sack that I did the design on. Okay, so do I want just a simple cameo to do stuff later on it? Do I want to hang the cameo as like a little jewel on the side of the bag? Do I want to put a centerpiece on it? Or do I want to lay a piece on it? Those are my options. Or do I want to take one of these guys, right? Like this one, put this up in the corner and drop a cameo from it. Do I want to have a whole piece laying off the corner of it? Like so. Or do I want to just use a paper one and put a little backing on it? You know, get like a backing of a piece of scrap paper and put it on top of it. I think I want to do this one. And I don't think I want it in the middle. I think I want it down here. But if I'm going to use this to tuck into something, I want it up here. So this will still tuck in a pocket. So you can do something else, but the main design's it's not sticking out to where you can slide it in the pocket. And I'm going to do this one and design the bottom, because I'm going to literally put this in a pocket with goodies. Okay, so we're going to put it up here. I'm going to do really good on this one because it's so heavy. Let it stick over the bag a little bit. See the top sticking over the bag a little bit. Turn it around a little bit and straighten it out just a tad. Okay, it looks bare, it looks funny, but I set it up, right, using the cutouts for me to do something else down here, which you'll see in the video when I put these together. So I already know, I think about the piece and where I'm going to put my layout. But if this tucks in, you're not going to see it, one, so that defeats the purpose. And this way it really pops out, sitting into a pocket. Okay, so that's that one. It's done with the snippet on it, but it still has more work to do. Okay, we have two more little ones. Now, I want to get onto this because we don't have enough fabric, but I want to show you this. These are disc envelopes. I don't know, you buy them by the truckloads. They're super cheap, right? Back in the day, we used to have CD discs, right? And you can slide a card, material, a big rose, whatever inside. Okay? And I would normally tear this part. This part gets cut off, and then it's just a pocket. And it's actually considered a page layout. I'm going to fabric this one, but we don't have enough. And literally, I fabric it all the way around it. It's covered. And snippets are a great way to do that. And this is what I'm going to show you. Even though we didn't have enough, I'm still going to show you. What I did was, if you have like an old candle, oops, like an old candle from like Bath and Body, that's a 4-inch circle. You just draw around it and cut your circle out. If you have a circle guide, then you can do that and cut it out. I use this and set it on the fabric and cut the circle out so that I have the square. I can still use the circle, but the square piece around it is what I'm actually framing this in. Right? So you're going to set this on. I don't have it near me, but you're going to set this on top of the fabric, cut out your square that you need to give you the distance, which is like a 1/2 inch all the way around. So you'll cut out a square of your snippet, right? And then put the circle on it, cut the circle out of it, and then you lay your frame around it. And you can either put your circle on the inside, or you can use your circle that you cut out of the fabric on another piece. But I did want to show you that. So you can come back to this if you need to in the video to show you how to do a disc plate. Or you can just do the fabric strips and, do this by itself. But I usually do a chunk of snippet off and put it on here because it's got all the cute little things on it. And it looks really sweet. And you'll see it in the video that this is done. When this is applied to the book, you'll see it done. Because I'll have a video just on this. I'm doing a fabric square for this. Okay? But I want to show it to you so you know you have that. You can use that object on your snippet and cut it out and literally use it. So 2 more of those. 2 more little ones. I want to do this little envelope. Okay. This little envelope right here. And I want to do this tag. Because we're going to talk about tag toppers. Tag topper. That's it. That's all you do. You put them right on top of a tag. And you want it to stick out. So I'm going to bring it across right here. And see the back, how it's sticking out? You can always put a piece of fabric right across the back of it. And you have yourself a tag topper. Get to do whatever you want here. Not too much though, remember, because tags go in. So let's go ahead and use one of these finally. What do you think? And I'm going to use this one because it still leaves me a corner with not knowing what to do. To put a word or whatever right here in this corner. Okay? So I'm going to use this one. I want to use this one. With Shabby, I try not to use too much on these, but I just want them highlighted just a tad. See, so it's not too dusty dark, it's not grungy, just a little vintagey. So I try not to have a lot on my dauber. I just want to dust it. So you can barely see it, but when I put it on here, how it pops, look. The edging pops off. Okay? And I'm going to use this as a pocket. So I'm going to go down here, here, and here. And I'm going to go right about here so I can tuck a few things in it. A little bit lower. Okay, so it still slides into the pocket. You made yourself another pocket. Like so, right? And then I still have enough room for a word or whatever here. So we use 2 on this one. It's already done. Okay? And for the last piece, instead of using this, I need a bunch of these tiny guys for my little tucks. I love using the sacks because you can put sweet little labels or words in them. See? And they look really cute for little fillers. So I'm going to do the cameo right on top of the sack. And it's lightweight, so I can use my glitter glue and seal it quick. Get a really good coverage on it. And it doesn't penetrate through the glassine. I'm shaping it to the sack. That's why I stuck that in there. Can you see it? There you go. And if you want to trim it up, you can. We can trim it up right here. Make it like a little jackety, like in and out. you go. Okay. There went our fabric scraps. There went our fabric snippet. And I'm not going to get rid of those. I'm saving them. But these little ones, I'll get rid of. Okay, so we got these guys left, right? This is too little for this. So we're not going to use this one. Okay, so I have another envelope, but I'm going to use it as a pocket. So I'm going to turn the envelope lift the outside way. Okay, and I'm going to glue this way on the page or use it to tuck in this way. So I want this like so, or I want it like so to use it as a pocket. And I'm going to keep the edges open in case I want to do cheesecloth on it. Okay, but I'm going to pick a different one. I think I want this one. So I folded this under. Folded it over this way versus closing it this way. I'm using this as a pocket, and then I'm going to not do the edges. So I'm just going to come in with the glue in the center. Just like that. This way I can still cheesecloth it or do whatever I want on the outside of this to make it more shabby, more vintage, more heirloom, more whatever I want to do. And that's ready with the snippet. There it is. Okay. Same with this guy. Okay. This one's sticking out, but this would be really good to cut. Out of all these that are left, this one's the best to cut. So this is one where you're going to do the frame again. You're going to cut around your pieces. Just kind of fussy cut around the pieces. Kind of like this little torn look on the side, so I'm going to kind of leave that. Make it look kind of tornish. Okay? And then it fits right in it. And once again, I'm not going to do the edges, just in case I want to add cheesecloth or whatever to the backing. So let's just do, whoops, glue's drying, see, it dries fast. Let's just do a little tiny scribble on the inside. Just like that. So we still have room for the cheesecloth around it, or whatever you want to do. Lace, you know, whatever. Ribbon, lace, whatever. And I did it in the center, so I can still add a bow here, a word here, a big bow right there, a flat big rose right there. I can still do a lot. And since I decided that, I'm going to go ahead and fold this. This isn't going to be a pocket. This is going to be a pocket insert. So this is actually going to go into a pocket with goodies. There's that one. What do we have left? We have another tag. There are two left. That's what we have left. Okay, so we've got another tuck card, okay, which I'll definitely want lace and ruffle around. So I gotta allow the space. So because I want that, and I love this one. This one looks really cute on it. I like the corner part of this. And I'm going to highlight that by fussy cutting underneath this corner. Okay, see like I did there? Okay, so this is little ruffles on it. So I definitely want ruffles on the outside of this. So when I put this on here, I want the fabric's going to be thicker. So this is where my risers come in. And because my fabric's going to be thicker, it's going to make it all lumpy to do it. And if I use risers on the back of this, on the inside, then it allows plenty of room to tuck in whatever I need to tuck in. I'll show you. So I'm going to do one right here, one right here, and one right here. Okay. Press down, peel these off. Okay, and then I'm going to stick it here, just like that. So look how it's lifted up. You see in here? Look at all the space we have. Let me see if I can get a really wrinkly one. Hold on, let me see. Let me see here. Yes, here's a good one. This is a really good one, actually. Just to show you. Look at the ruffle on this, right? And I want the ruffle behind here. See that? It just tucks right in. Let's do it. Let's put this on because it's really cute. What do you think? That's really cute. Let's do it. I'm going to straighten this out first. I'm going to come in shy, right about right here. And I'm just going to lift it up, tuck it right underneath, right to this, see this little center line? The little center line here. I tucked it all the way into here so all this ruffle would show. Okay? Like so. That's what's good about risers. This way, this is laying flat, right? And then you can put all the ruffle around it. And then this one I need to come out a little, I need to corner this, so I tuck this in. So about right to here. Just to kind of show you, give you the example of the way it looks. Because I'll set this up before I glue it, of course. But see how it starts looking? Just so you can get the idea. I need a longer piece, but, you know, I'm kind of giving you the drift of it. You know. Okay? So that's what's good about doing risers on top. But you're able to put the fabric or ribbon or whatever you want to do around it because it's already made on the inside. two-dimensional. Okay? I'll finish this up later, but that is another tuck. That's another tuck card. It sits in like the corner of your page, a tuck. Well, you can put them anywhere you want, really. You can actually do them on a flap as well. So like this is your short page inside, right, that flips. Right there. Just like that. Not all the way on it. You hang it off. Just like that. On your page. This is the short flip. So you still have all the space where the bigger pages are, right? And you do it halfway on. Just like that. And it's already designed on the other side, so you don't have to put anything if you don't want to. You can just put a little rose right there on the other side. And then it opens up like that. Okay? So that's an example of just adding ribbon, especially ruffles. Okay? Last but not least, another tag. And we want to use it as a tag topper. Right? So you can use it as a tag topper like this. Or you can go right to the edge of it. Or you can literally hang it all the way up and over. And these are the ones you want to cut out. You definitely want to cut out. So you want one with shape. This one has the best shape. So we want to cut out the edging of it as much as we can. So the top part has its shape. And you can finish cutting it out down here if you want to, but the important part is the top of it. So when you do that, it takes the square away and it literally makes it a tag topper. There you go. And if you decide you don't want this little cream piece on it, you want just the design part, you can go ahead and cut this off because you figured out you don't need it on this one, right? You just want the label and the flower to show. Let me go ahead and glue this bottom part. And you can take the bumper off or not. It doesn't matter because this is thick enough. When I say bumper, I mean the little thing, you know, the little thing goes around the tag. It's your choice. And there's your paper tag topper. You just made a tag topper for it. See if I can get it up close for you. There you go. If you want to put another one in the middle down here or a pocket to match. Oh. Come on. There you go. Let's do that. Let's make a pocket. Right? So we have one up here and then a pocket to match it. And because I'm doing a pocket here, I want to make it known that it's a pocket. So let's go ahead and snip the top and highlight it. I need a little tiny bit more, not a lot. Because I just want to dust it. I don't want it grungy, okay? I just want to dust it to highlight it. It's very important between grunge, vintage, and shabby. Just do the edges to highlight it. Okay, and highlight this cut. I'll show you what I mean when I lay it back down again. The difference between making it vintage and highlighting it. And you can use different colors. You don't have to use ground espresso. But see how you can see the circle? I just highlighted it. It's not grungy. It's still dainty and shabby. It's a pocket. I don't need cheesecloth around it. So let's go ahead and make our snippet piece a pocket on the tag. Now if you're a sewer, these would be super cute sewn too as well. So we have matching. We have the matching pocket with the topper. Right? Let's stick, where's that sack? Where's that little sack that I did? The cameo sack. It might not be dry enough, but we'll try it. Okay. Let me weld it out a little bit. I might not let it dry fast enough, but I'll try working it. Because once it's glued, you can stretch the paper out and weld it. You can stick the little cameo sack in it. Here you go. Tag topper, pocket, and then we used another one. We have one left, but I don't have anything out here to put it on. What if we put a pocket on the file folder? Right here. Right up here. Why don't we do that? Put this over here. Right, because I have plans for something in here. I don't want to put it in here. I got something else that's going to go in there. Let's do that. Now, there's roses up here. And I don't want to take the roses away. You see that? So I'm going to make it a side pocket. So I'm going to put my scoop, tear that off, on the side. Okay, we're making it a side pocket to slide something in this way. Because I didn't want to take the roses and the bee off. See right there, the rose and the bee. So make it a side pocket. Let's go ahead and highlight it. And then since we're doing it side pocket, we want to glue this. Right? Just like that. And put it all the way to the corner. Now you have a cute little pocket on here where you can slide little goodies in. Slide a little goodie in. We used up all of our snippets. Everything's gone. I'm saving that. I'm sorry. See? Favor of scraps. See, so you use your last snippet. Went ahead and made a side pocket with this piece. So let's make room and pile all these on that we just did. So we can see them. Make sure I pin the glue up. Pin the glue up. tossed everything away so we have space. Okay. Put those back. Okay, we got the file card. We have the little tag. We have the belly band, which we still need the top to do, and the little bottom down here. We have the little envelope done. Or no, this is the coin envelope. The coin envelope done. Okay. We have the tag topper with the other pocket tag. But this one was fabric, right? Okay. Let's go right there. We have the sack with the extra tuck. We have this sack that isn't done yet, right? But we started it. And we made sure it went over the top. Let me try to tuck this back in here so we need space. Huge table I got going on here, right? Okay. Then we have the hidden paper clip. Okay. You see that? Okay. Then we have the really, really cute, sweet coffee filter. I'm going to put a word down here. Right? It's going to be really cute on the book, huh? Whoops, I got stuck. The little tuck, simple, with a fabric scrap from the snippet. Little metal piece, postcard with the pearl. The page layout envelope with the flap. Depending on what I do with the inside, right? It'll go this way or this way. Okay, that. Then the one we use the risers on, and it's a tuck. Or, remember, the page tab. Half on. Okay, you can't really see, where can you see it at? Like right there. Okay, last but not least, this little envelope pocket right here, which we're going to put cheesecloth and stuff behind, right? And then the purse. Tell me which one's your favorite. Now remember, on the paper ones you can add flowers, butterflies, buttons. You know, it's the for an element on these, it's incredible. You just, you know, the sky's the limit. Just remember, all the ones where you put your paper, you can still do more on top of them because we didn't add any elements to these. You can do dangles. You can do a dangle little charm. You can, you know, do whatever. You can try your little French knot and French knot, I don't know, a key on it or something. All we did with the snippets, fabric and paper. I hope I got your juices flowing, thinking outside the box on everything you can put these on. There you go. This was so much fun. I love doing these. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. I gotta know what your favorite one is. Okay? Would you do any of these differently? Let me know that. You know, would you put it on a different location? Would you have, maybe you have better ideas. Ideas that I don't know about that I can use for heirloom. So let me know. It's been really fun. This is your extra video. What to do with the snippets after we made the snippets last week in the challenge. Thanks for watching, guys. If you entered the challenge, that's great. I'm excited because I'm filming this before the challenge, so I don't know if you've entered or not, but I'll be checking you out and leaving your comments. This will be on Raspberry Paper Scissors, which I also call RPS, Raspberry Paper Scissors Facebook page, feature pinned at the top for the entire week. This whole video. Once I unpin it, it just goes down the page. You can still find it, but it won't be pinned at the top. It'll still be on the page, but not pinned. Every challenge I put up for you guys, I pin at the top of the page and leave for the week till the next one. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. This is great. I love it. And you guys have a great day. Bye.